And he should, let's go, easy burn. Right now, let's grip Chaser. This build is officially the top 10 fastest builds in Deepwoken for completing Chaser. And that's crazy because this isn't even meant to be a speedrunning build. And as you can see, we're using ice skates for easy mobility. Plus, this record run was done on the Godslayer PVE build 2.0. So I'll be showing you how to speedrun chases today, so you too can get insanely fast leaderboard times. Once you come through the door, you're going to want to metal ball into the wind and go to the right. Then you can simply just ice skates around to Bonekeeper. What's really good about learning to speedrun layer 2 is you can essentially repeat the same movements in every run to get incredibly fast chaser kills and get a ton of loot. Now once we land on this lower down section, let's toggle on ice cubes and we're going to Glacial Arc up here and wait for Bonekeeper to spawn. When he does, we're just going to shred him, because this build does insane amounts of damage. And there we go. Alright, now let's make our way over here using Glacial Arc, and we're going to go turn on Gen. Doing fast chaser runs is incredibly useful if you're looking to get a Moonsight Tome, Bloodforge Crown, or even a Sinner's Ash, because yesterday I dropped my very own Sinner's Ash. Which is crazy. I could use it now, but I'm gonna hold out for Conway. Right now, let's get blown off by the wind here to not take any fall damage. Now Glacial Arc up here and use Metal Ball to gain immense height. I could have got onto that higher up section if I did that a little better, but it's fine. Anyways, yeah, with my Sinner's Ash, I could corrupt my crazy slots to get better RNG, although I don't think that's necessary, as I want to get a Drowned Bell, which would be crazy. Now let's ice skate around here and we're going to land on this island to perform the Bounder's Nest skip. While I do the skip, I wanted to quickly go into a little more detail as to the differences between my version 2 and my version 1.1 Godslayer PvE builds. Both versions are very similar in the way they play and how much damage they deal. The only real differences is this build is more fine-tuned for chasers. So I'm able to burn Chaser and grip him, which saves me about 20 seconds per run. Although if you want a far easier and more consistent build to play, then version 1.1 is definitely a crazy build. Now as you can see, we've already got it Chaser super early, so let's start doing it. This route is incredibly good for getting a ton of Chaser chests, although I do have a separate farming route on my channel if you are more interested in getting stuff like enchants, legendary items, or even high star gear. It's also important to note that if you're using version 1 of this build, you can do all the same sort of skips. The only real difference in the mantras is we have Flame Within over Shade Devour and Metal Ball instead of Gale Punch. Now as Chaser comes down, let's kill him. I'm going to use all our mantras and hit him with Detonation. Missed the Spine Cutter there, but it should be fine. This build can easily 2-cycle Chaser, even if we do mess up a little bit. But if we don't get hit during the second phase, or got a good Crazy Slots roll, we can actually burn Chaser when he comes down next, which allows us to grip him. If you don't know, in order to burn Chaser, you need to deal a ton of damage to him pretty early in the phase. So let's Spine Cutter Chaser, and we'll start to melt his health. And he should, let's go, easy burn. Right now, let's grip Chaser. And, this was awkward. This is actually a new personal best. But the problem is I didn't start recording until the very start of that clip where I used Metal Ball. So I've technically beaten my 7th place time already. That's fine though, as the Godslayer version 2 build is so strong that I don't need it to win. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and we'll speedrun layer 2. There's a lot of cool PvE content coming, so I'll see you next time.